Hello. So this is Whitney Owens Park, and today I will be representing a social economic networkers training. So I actually attended a weekly training led by Dave and Gabriella Daughtry, who are for life platinum international diamonds. And I have some notes that I want to share with you so that we can have these helpful tips available to everybody. So, the first thing that I learned on Friday is that we really need to invest in ourselves as business people. And there are many materials that we can do this with. Many of them are the SEN training materials, the educational system that we have. And so we should definitely be using those, watching those videos, reading the Guide to Success. You can also access many videos and motivational videos on YouTube that would be able to help you and inspire you. Further, there are so many books that could be helpful. So, one that was suggested is called Your First Year in Network Marketing, and the other one is The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Business, written by John C. Maxwell. Gabriella Daughtry read a quote from there, which was very inspiring. I can't remember the exact quote, but basically, we as business people need to be seeking high competence in the three areas of integrity, authenticity, and discipline. So, with integrity, we need to be honest at all times with ourselves and with others. With authenticity, we need to be ourselves no matter what and not try to be somebody else. With discipline, we need to make sure that we do the right thing, especially when that means making amends for wrongs. Starting out with our family, we should try to work out those family issues and then go outward to other people that we might have wronged. So I thought that was very interesting. Also, as we begin to learn how to be better presenters, it's good to practice in front of our family and in front of the mirror, even in front of our pets. And the more that we practice, the more that we will become familiar with telling the story of our business. And that will then go outward into our daily activities so that we're at any moment we can start to talk about people and inspire them to become part of our business. So, some of the suggested ways that we can do that, we can tell people that we are in the health and wellness industry. And we can also say that we are, excuse me, part of an industry that has made some of the most self-made millionaires, although we are not self-made because it largely is it made through the network that we have. We can say, let me show you how to build your dream because otherwise somebody else will hire you to build theirs. Uh, we also could say we need to be able to know facts about For Life. We need to study For Life and be able to tell people the awesome facts about the business that we work with. So, knowing that they have FDA approved manufacturing facilities, that they have multi-billion dollar in industries and the wellness field. We also should know that they don't have any debt, that they're the 15th fastest growing company, a network marketing company in the US, that they're the top rated network marketing company. So, knowing these facts will definitely interest people, but they're also important as we're teaching our leaders to become representatives and to understand and know this business. So as we train them, we need to make sure that they know this as well. And as we learn the presentation, as we teach them the presentation, we need to give them opportunities to practice also. So when we're having our meetings, we can share the floor with them and give them a chance to give parts of the presentation and not have all of the presentation with one person every time. Uh, then another thing that we learned is that as our downline will grow, some people will uh, go out of the business. They might go out and then come back, or they might just leave. So we need to make sure that we know all the people on our downline as much as possible and act like we are their personal sponsors. And as we build that trust with them, if their sponsor were to leave the business, we would be able to support them and to ensure that they don't then go without a support system that would potentially cause them to fail and to fall out of the business. So we need to become very invested in our downline and ensuring that they have as much support as possible. The people that we sponsor or in the mindset that everyone in my downline as as much as feasible. I mean, once you have a very big downline, it wouldn't be really possible. But investing in the people, even if you didn't sponsor them, is extremely important. And we need to maintain contact with the people that we sponsor and the people that they sponsor almost every day. And there are some people who will become more of our fixtures, the superstars that we rely on to earn our money. And so those are the people that every day we will be communicating with them because we work very close together. When people come into the business and then they might be not as motivated, we can lead them to the water, but we can't force them to drink. Just like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it to drink. And so we can't spend too much time chasing people around if it's not their time or they need to be focused on something else. It's time to find other people who we can invest in, who have the ability to and the energy to spend time on the business. And so he was saying that Dave was saying that he plays follow the leader a little bit. He pays attention to who is really pushing for the business, and then those are the people that he will really pour into. He also asks again, would you sponsor yourself? Are you doing the things that you would want somebody that you sponsored to do? And if you're not, then you need to adjust and reorient yourself towards the behaviors that create success in this business. He also says that he called it the weenie hot dog game. And he said it's a joke sort of. So he said the weenies are the ones who they're not working as hard and they're not as motivated towards the business, and then the hot dogs are like the superstars. So he just tries to pay attention to that and to who is really pushing for the business and who is maybe losing sight of the vision or the dream, and who will of course try to encourage and uplift those who maybe are weakening in their resolve. But like I said, if people are starting to lose focus and they really aren't committed, you need to focus on what you call the hot dogs, the people who are going to be the ones who help us to earn our money. And then last he says, to be a platinum, it's more about the mindset. So you need to live and act like you're a platinum and that you are a millionaire, that you are doing what it takes to earn in this business. And it's mostly about, he said, that's mostly about being a person who can be teachable and coachable and who focuses on building ourselves up and growing to become the business entrepreneurs that we can be. And one way that he does this every day is that he says that he wants at least 10 people to hear about For Life from his mouth at least once a day. And that was a goal that he said is a really good goal. And then he went into this really interesting technique that we can use to help us to see how people will relate to the information of the business and how to connect to them so that we can meet them according to their personality. So, excuse me. So we went into this description of the people's personalities that are based on colors. And he said that this comes from a book called The Magic of Colors. So this will help you to gain people's trust and friendship and to help to give them knowledge in the way that suits them the best. First of all, he described green people. So these people they're very technical. They want the knowledge, and so they will ask you a lot of questions. Their choices are not based on emotions, and they will be extremely tough customers. So they will also take a lot of time to decide. So you'll need to be patient for them, and you'll also need to be prepared to answer their questions, maybe to have them come to several presentations before they make the decision to join the business. But once they do join the business, he says they're very loyal because they don't want to be wrong about the decision that they have made. Now, yellow people. Those people are very emotional when they're making their decisions. They are focused on the benefits of making friends and of having strong bonds with people. They're very service oriented and they really connect to story. So for them, the testimonies are really important as well as the value of the product to helping people. And for them, it's all about sharing and caring. So you'll need to make sure that you're connecting to them on a story type level and showing them that you care about them and have more of a friendship with them. The blue people, they are more of the celebrity type people. They are out for a fun time. They're really into the bonding also of having friends, of having a network, and they are more outward and friendly. He said that they're not afraid to take the stage, but a lot of times they'll have a little bit more trouble with the presentations and I think with the focusing. So with these people, just be prepared for it to be a little bit more of an adventure and maybe a little bit less or a little bit more of a roller coaster ride. The next group is the red group, and these are the top level executive types, CEO types. They are very direct and to the point. They also want you to be, and they are very punctual. So you would definitely want to maintain your good timeliness with these people. And if you say that the meeting or the presentation will take 45 minutes, then be prepared for them to be ready to leave at 45 minutes. Also, they're very structured and they want you to be very straight up with them, very honest and direct. And that it's important for you to respect their time. So with red people, you'll need to be more direct. You'll need to also have your answers ready, and you'll want to be very businesslike with them. And then the last group, he wasn't sure what colors to call them, but I'm going to call them gray color. And these are the negative people. They are the cup is half empty. Every time you try to tell them about the business, they just put it down or say that won't work. And he says with these people, he'll just give them 3 strikes. And then if after that many attempts, then he's not going to attempt to push them anymore about it. And he'll just leave them alone. And the very last thing that I learned on Friday was to take responsibility over our own success. And we need to dare to achieve our success. And that means taking risks, but that also means being very structured and uh, being very committed to our success. So taking daily actions. One of the anecdotes that I've heard that's been helping me lately is the rule of 5, and that's I think also from John C. Maxwell, that every day that you need to do 5 things for your business, and uh, we only spend 1 to 2 hours a day on our business, but making those 5 efforts a day in those 2 hours, we know we will succeed. And basically, the story goes that if you go out every day and you chop at the tree only 5 times with your axe, you don't necessarily know when that tree is going to fall, but you do know it will fall because you are continually hacking away at it. And that's what we need to do with our business, is just keep making small steps every day, 5 steps every day to making sure that we succeed. So I hope that this training video was helpful and useful to you. If you want to write comments below, I would appreciate it. And lots of blessings and love to all of you.